We have three rules about winch cables that you need to be aware of. One is we don't walk over them, we don't drive over them, we don't tow gliders over them. So if you see a winch cable sort of running down the grass, you walk around it, you don't walk over it. Okay. The other thing is that when you're handling a winch cable, and you will be handling the winch cables because you'll be pulling them over to the glider, you always handle them in such a way as that they can be easily pulled out of your hand. Because if the winch driver makes a mistake and suddenly starts winching in the cable, it's got to be able to go out of your hand easily. So you just hold it like that so it can be easily pulled out. You don't sort of wind it round your arm and pull it. Okay, so otherwise if it suddenly starts moving, it's going to take your arm off. Okay. So, always, whenever you handle a winch cable, handle it in such a way that it can easily be pulled out of your hand. And the third rule we have about winch cables, we have two winch cables, so we pull two out from the winch, we hook one onto the glider and it launches, and the other one is on the ground. We never touch what we call the remaining cable while the launch is in progress. So there's always the possibility that the other cable might just catch it, and it might suddenly start moving, so we never touch that cable while it launches in progress. When we go to the hangar, I'll take you around and show you the winch, so you'll understand a little bit more about that. Okay. So that's the winches, and then the third risk that you need to be aware of is that are the various club vehicles. So we have a golf buggy that we use to tow the gliders back. We have a 4x4, rather decrepit 4x4 that we use for towing gliders. We have some fairly powerful big tow cars that we use to pull the cables back. And they all have their own quirks. Number one is that you don't drive any of those vehicles until you've been briefed on them. Okay, it's just normally a short briefing, but you need to know the ins and outs of driving them. One of the most serious incidents we've had this year, okay, at the club was a couple of your colleagues managed to roll a Land Rover that we had. Okay, so we weren't best pleased about that, and that was just them driving too fast around the perimeter track, coming to a corner, skidding, and they managed to roll it. And incredibly, they just walked away from it with bruises. We expected some really serious injuries from that. Okay, so when you are driving the club vehicles, we expect you to do it sensibly, be grown up about it, and there is a speed limit of 20 miles an hour. You don't go and to drive the tow trucks or the 4x4, you need a full UK license. You can drive the buggy. So be very careful about driving club vehicles. All got their own little quirks. Anything else? No. Good. Okay, we're going to split you up. We'll take half of you down to do sort of wander around the hangar and look at gliders and do that. The other half will go and have a go on the simulator. Yeah. So how many are us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's a lot of